Here's my hair.
It's beautiful. How's my hair? Good evening, my name's Alex Campbell.
I'm Jasper.
And you're watching Examining Cinema. Something's gone very horrible in your life if something's led you to be watching this video.
You've gone down a really weird fucking YouTube rabbit hole.
Just a sad algorithm that leads you to a video of like 100 views. There are videos with this least amount of views.
And this shit quality.
Filmed in a professional garage. Anyway, before we start talking about this movie,
Okay.
and I've avoided getting corporate and plugs and money and stuff because no one will give me money for this. But our sponsor for this review
God.
is
Swill. It is Swill.
Roland's Tennessee whiskey, which tastes like mouthwash,
It does.
and it was cheap on sale. But
We know why.
yeah, I expected it to be better.
It's pretty fucking vile.
You know what's bad when it starts giving you reflux?
Yeah.
You drink like 2 shots.
That's just you showing rage, mate.
Nah. I'm young as fuck, bro. I don't need that fertilizer. So this movie opens up with Tarantino's dialogue.
It does. Yeah.
Probably like one of.
wank for him.
Yeah. Well, the whole movie's a
Yeah,
wank.
yeah,
It's it's him going out and doing an overly stylistic.
Gangster film
Yeah, a heist film without a heist.
with no heist.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we get the Tarantino dialogue, which is one of his most identifiable elements. He's
Mhm.
talking about Madonna and dicks so big that it hurts. Sex
Yep.
for the first time.
Yep.
And tipping, and it's been overplayed, and I think people have like, well, yeah, there's been styles. which have copied it.
This whole movie is basically one long meme at this point.
It started like a genre, like the American independent, like crime wave.
Mm.
It was a genre that was started because of this film. A lot of it has died down. Like if you heard the titles of the directors now, you're like, who? Because they just fade into obscurity. But this did start a movement. And yeah, it had started people ripping off the dialogue. It's not exposition. It's not talking about the plot or the narrative. It's a bunch of guys shit talking.
Yeah.
And when it's done right, it feels natural and it feels like real people talking.
It feels like good dialogue.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Hmm.
It's not, yeah.
Because real dialogue doesn't have the same cadence. Like it has a rhythm that real dialogue doesn't have.
Yeah.
But it's that rhythm. It's sort of like it's fake in a good way. Like it's a fake in a way that draws you in and makes you listen to.
I know what you're talking about, especially here in like the earlier days where the acting is a bit lesser.
Mm.
Some of the acting is really great.
No, the fucking acting is amazing.
It's one of the greatest elements. I said that scene where the cop's tied to the chair, just when Mr. Blonde pulls
We're
the
just
gun.
gonna go straight to that scene.
No. Oh, well, we could. But the way the guy squirms, which I'll cut in now. It was just like, it looked like how you'd squirm if you got
Well,
the
how
shot.
you would imagine. Well, yeah.
Well-
It's like a lot of things. That's how you would imagine that would happen.
Really, if I was taped to a chair, like I could stand up and actually move and shit. That's just me though. I'm an alpha male.
Yeah. Bust out of the box.
Well, no, but if you're tied to a chair, like you can move the chair.
Yeah.
You can kick yourself over. You can hop around, or like
Yeah.
you could stand up on your legs.
Not if your legs are like tied to the chair.
Yeah,
but I
that's
don't
fair.
believe they showed them.
No.
I don't know if they actually showed them tying them up.
Yeah, and then anybody who praises Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack
Oh yeah.
and doesn't reference this as,
yeah, that's valid.
I mean, there's ripping off and there's paying homage. I wouldn't go as far to say that Guardians of the Galaxy is a filthy, dirty rip-off. Because what Tarantino does is he pays homage
Homage.
to other film directors.
Yeah.
And it's the K-Billy super sounds of the 70s. I like how the music is actually weaved into the narrative with all of that.
Yeah, because they talk about it. They set that up in the beginning, and then they constantly refer back to the radio station, and it works really well.
If you just had the hyper violence with like the poppy, nice 70s music, like, you know, what's the term? Fucking off-placing it.
Juxtaposed.
Yeah, like a counterbalance. That'd be good too, but just that extra fact how...
It's all woven into the narrative.
Yeah, it's great. And I remember a long time ago, and I'm going to be in this review dredging up a lot of like Tarantino info, which is like foggy.
Nerd alert!
This is my favorite director of all time. But the point is, this is like foggy stuff in the back of my brain that may or may not be.
So you're just making shit up? Is that what you're
I don't know, like my brain has stuff in it. And you go back into it and it's like, I mean, I read this like 10 years ago. Is it a thing?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
But he spent like an eighth of the budget on the soundtrack.
Oh really? That wouldn't surprise me actually. That seems that, because it's just like they rented a warehouse.
Well, there's a story about how Tarantino got started and the funding of it and everything, which I'll tell you now, Jasper, because I knew you wanted to hear it.
And that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
So Lawrence Bender, who's the producer, he was looking to get finances.
This shit tastes fucking vile.
It's fucking bad. You have a beer, man. I might have to drink this swill afterwards. Lawrence Bender, the producer, was looking to finance the film, and if they couldn't find finance, Tarantino was just going to shoot it for like $30,000 in a warehouse himself. He filmed a movie before this movie, but it was, you know, super amateur. They end up getting finance, so it's like a $90,000 movie, so he tripled the budget because Harvey Keitel, the guy who plays... Are you worried about a fire starting?
I can just smell something. I thought maybe it was one of the leaves.
It's like all these leaves are burnt. It's always on the verge of like breaking out into a blaze, but it never does.
Nice.
So yeah, just ease into the fact that a blaze
could start at any moment.
Yeah, but never does.
Alright,
Ever.
that's good. Living dangerous. I like it.
Harvey Keitel, the guy who plays Mr. White, who's in Taxi Driver and other films, he actually co-financed the film, as well as Harvey Weinstein. You can't delve into Tarantino's history without Weinstein's name.
Yeah, he did like stick up for him and shit.
Yeah, like he backed him in the beginning and financed him and helped him get a leg up.
Yeah.
So the producer, Lawrence Bender, he gave the script to his acting coach, who was wives with somebody who knew Keitel. It's like, you know, shut the fuck up. This is interesting, man. Scripts get passed around Hollywood, right? No, not Lawrence Bender. He's passing the script to his acting coach. So you know in Hollywood how scripts just get passed around? No, fuck off, this is interesting.
Alright, they passed the script around.
He passed his script to his acting coach, which is Reservoir Dogs, that Tarantino wrote in 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. And instead of, you know, throwing that shit in the bin, she passed it to her husband, who read it, and instead of throwing it in the bin, passed it to Harvey Keitel, who read it, and instead of throwing it in the bin, was like, this is great. So like all this happened because the script was great. And he called Tarantino back, and he's like, you know, you're some fucking like 30-year-old kid who works in a video store, but I'm gonna help you finance this film because of the script. It's like, this film, it's an independent film, and it does, you know, it reeks of like a low-budget independent film in elements. It's not like he's not honed his skills, but there's so much raw talent there. But yeah, the funding,
This guy has a fucking hard on for Tarantino.
I'm objective. The film has bad elements.
Name one.
No, it's perfect. It's literally perfect in every way, shape and form.
I'd be hard pressed to pick something that I don't like about this film.
It'd be like tedious.
Yeah.
The overall product is good.
Listening to Alex talk about the history of how this film was made.
For like 10 years of your life. Never filming it. So nobody else can hear it. So my point is that it could have been nothing. It could have been filmed in a warehouse for $30,000, but because of the quality of the script, just being passed around. Harvey Keitel was like, no, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you finance this film. So they got like Steve Buscemi and Michael Madsen and all the other actors, and it became a thing. And Tarantino, he like became a film director, man, and he made all these other movies.
Yes, he did.
And I totally know them.
What was the film he made before this?
This is his first film.
Oh, it was? I thought you said he made a film before this. That's why I was a bit confused.
Like there are pieces of it that exist. Like he filmed it over a period of like 3 years when he was working at the video store, like on the weekend with his mates.
Oh, okay.
Like 16 millimeter camera.
Yeah.
Like it's not officially his first film, but it is his first film.
It's like an amateur film.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Clerks.
Well, yeah. Because when I was young, I was like an aspiring like film creator.
Oh, you should go to Mark and get some of that footage. Has he still got it?
A Nightmare
Because
Reality.
it's fucking terrible.
I could probably cut some Nightmare Reality.
That would be great.
That would probably, you know, some like I know I'm 91 subscribers now. There's possibly people who watch this channel and who watch me and Mark and know maybe it'd be funny to cut in some Nightmare Reality here.
Fucking terrible.
Go. Yeah, no, it's terrible. But I always liked like the Reservoir Dogs independent filmmaker and like Kevin Smith, Clerks, like how it all started, the beginning stories.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I do enjoy it.
As someone once suggested, it might even be stalkerish.
Who suggested that?
Travis.
To me.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
I mean, I've encountered lots of people.
No, I was talking about that night at fucking Aaron's old place when you and him really had it out because he called you a stalker.
Travis.
Yeah, you guys were looking at blows.
Really?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a pacifist. No, people find it weird that I get so like wrapped up
Obsessive
in
compulsive.
media.
Yeah.
Like I talked about David Gilmour's guitar and stuff, and people are like, "Can you leave me alone? Why are you here?"
Yeah. No.
I remember working with a guy once, and I just started. I'm like, "Hey, what music do you listen to?" And he's like, "I don't really listen to music." I'm like, "Oh, what?"
Oh, yeah, no, that's weird.
Yeah, I was like, "Sorry, what did you say?" I don't think I heard you. He's like, "I don't really listen to music." And I was like, "Oh, I have Made for Music tattooed on my toes." Eh?
I had a conversation with a dude at work the other day.
Yeah.
He was talking about some fucking pop shit that was on the radio. And he's like, oh, la. I'm like, oh, yeah. And he goes, he mentioned someone's name. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Never heard
Ed
of him.
Sheeran or some shit?
Oh, Ed Sheeran, he's a popular
Yeah.
pop artist.
I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is, man. He's like, really?
Acoustic
Really?
songs.
And I turned around and I said, well, Tool got a new album coming out. He goes, who's Tool? Oh.
Did just look him deadpan in the eyes.
No,
You're
see, there you go.
dead to me.
It's just some other idiot that works there.
I mean,
But yeah.
let's not get into the people are scum and we're intellectually superior conversation.
Well,
I'm not saying that people are dumb, I'm just saying that we're really...
they're tedious.
Yeah. I mean, Steve's tedious, so we like him.
Yeah, but Steve is slow.
Tedious tendinitis Timmy.
Yeah, that's valid.
Well, tedious. Another one of Tarantino's most recognizable elements is the non-linear story format. Hasn't done that a lot lately.
I feel like that it's almost like a gimmick.
I mean,
He does it well, but it's like a gimmick, and if you rely on that too much, it sort of gets
all
old.
of these stuff has become a gimmick, like the music and
That's
the
valid.
boot shot opening up and the non-linear storytelling. It's like Hunter S. Thompson, you know, he became a parody of himself and he had to like escape the parody, but then like it was his style he was doing, but then you have to like go against your own style. I remember Paul McCartney in an interview saying like, for 20 years after the Beatles, I tried not to
to beat the
write.
Beatles, yeah.
And then I came to the conclusion that the style of music that I write sounds like the Beatles. So I was just like, fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit like that. I mean, you know, Hateful Eight does have that moment where it flashes back, and Django Unchained has a few flashback moments, but he hasn't done the full Pulp Fiction cut up. But yeah, and all credit to whoever this was. I think it was Nerd Writer or Jack's Movies Reviews, which review of Reservoir Dogs, and I went over the format and how it was cut, and like it laid the movie out linearly.
Oh, okay.
You get each moment, just like there's no tension. Like if you start up with Mr. Orange telling his story and all that, and if it's not revealed later on that he's the undercover cop,
that would be fucked.
Yeah,
that's the whole build-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You open up with the guy with the stomach wound in the car going,
You're gonna be okay! You're gonna be okay!
and that,
whoa, because it starts off with such a casual conversation until a bit tipping,
Yeah.
and then
credits,
and then
yeah, and just how like it's like ultra violent moments, and then it'll cut back to context later on previously, and the format and the way it's all paced and laid is one of the main reasons that it functions and it moves forward so quickly. Because I think it's a pretty long movie, but it feels quick.
it didn't seem to go for that long.
Yeah, I've watched it like 3 times in the last day.
Oh, okay.
Just leading up to this review.
That's
Making notes and stuff.
abnormal.
But I'm sure if you watched it just once, just then, it felt flowy and nice and quick. Yeah, and it's just... And I don't
I can't do that. I can't do that. I would not have the patience to sit there and do that.
I mean, it's like, I'm writing notes. It's like work.
Yeah.
A job that doesn't pay.
Yeah.
So yeah, all credit to Jack's Movies Reviews or Nerdwriter or someone. Yeah, the way it's cut and formulated is for like maximum tension, that reveal that Mr. Orange is undercover cop, and that's what I was talking about. The gut wound, right? One of my pet peeves in cinema is someone gets stabbed
And they're like, and they're dead.
they die.
Yeah.
Like the average stab wounds for someone is like 35 because, and one of the reasons is they stab someone and they don't die, and then they panic and they just stab the shit out of them. Because in the movies, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get stabbed in the stomach and die.
No, you just gotta be like in the...
I mean, if you got
It's
someone...
it's in like the back, in the kidney.
Yeah.
The bottom there.
I mean, there's a few shots, like you've got someone in the heart, like
Yeah.
they'd be like 6 or 7 seconds,
Yeah.
jugular, they bleed out, brain. But yeah, like, and you didn't watch the last season of Game of Thrones, eh?
Nah.
Yeah, fuck that. John stabs... No, he stabs someone anyway. And you just stab someone in the stomach and they just like poetically lay down and die. I'm like, no.
Where's the screaming and the blood?
The panic, the
freaking
adrenaline,
out.
So it's great.
Yeah, well, who was it? That was the fucking the Lord of the Rings. What's his face that played Sauron?
Saruman? Christopher Lee?
Sorry, Christopher Lee. Yeah.
10 points. Didn't waste his life.
Yeah, because he used to be like a Nazi hunter.
Oh, I know what
They're
you're talking about.
Yeah.
When Grima Wormtongue comes
Yeah.
up and he stabs him in the back.
Yeah.
And Peter Jackson was like, ah! And he was like, no, it's like getting winded. Getting stabbed in the back knocks the wind out of you. And Jackson could tell he was talking from first-hand experience. And he was just like, oh, okay. How cool is that guy though? Like, he was a Nazi hunter, he played Saruman, and he wrote like heavy metal records when he was 19.
Have you listened to his Quoth the Raven?
Oh, yeah, Edgar
Yeah.
Allan Poe.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that somebody recorded that before he died. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Nevermore. Be that word our sign of parting, bird or fiend! I shrieked, upstarting, get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore! Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
So the cop who was on the chair.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about that scene first.
I came here tonight.
I got a feeling there's something ain't right. Yeah, it's probably one of the most memorable moments in cinematic
That's fucking
history.
amazing. It's tainted that song forever.
There was a critic from like 1992 who said, you have forever ruined Stuck in the Middle with You. And Tarantino was like, oh wow, that's such a great compliment.
Yeah.
And at work, I listened to Triple M Classic Rock, and whenever that...
Hey.
I'm at work, man. I've tried...
I listen to Triple M too.
Yeah, I've tried listening to Dune audiobook at work. It's just that he's too busy and people are like,
Yeah, too
Alex,
much
what are you
shit going
listening
on.
to? And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck off.
I used to listen to Triple Z, but No, that you get a similar reaction listening to Triple Z, but they play too much shit.
There's a lot of talking too. I just want songs. I just want songs.
Yeah, but
songs,
the problem with
songs,
Triple J, Triple M is they play too many fucking ads. It's ridiculous.
For the American audiences, this is an Australian.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, alright. So yeah, that sequence, and like I said, I'm biased. It's hard to be objective around Tarantino, but it's like one of the most memorable scenes in cinematic history. And the actor who played the cop, he asked Michael Madsen, who plays Mr. Blonde, if he could put him in the boot beforehand, because he'd never been in a boot before, and drive him around for a bit.
Okay.
So like Tarantino...
I don't know that I've ever been in a boot and driven around.
Mark has, lots of times.
Yeah, but Mark's little.
That was like his thing
Mark's
for a while.
really little.
He's very little. There used to be like all these different times where like there were too many people kind of like, I'll go in the boot, like you'd enjoy it. Then I just remember like the car stopping and like a truck just rear-ending it. Never happened. I'd imagine.
Yeah, imagine, not remembered.
Is that, did I say remember?
You did say remembered. I was like, whoa, wait, that happened? That would have been funny.
Mark's dead.
Whoa. Let's not get on about the Palmers.
Now people know Mark. My fans, right? They know him. So the guy hops in the back of the boot, and Tarantino and Lawrence Bender, the producer, are like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." And like he just goes, and he's gone for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and he's driving around and he's driving around. He goes to Taco Bell. He gets a meal.
Okay.
That drink he has when he first comes in, that wasn't in the script.
Okay.
He drove to Taco Bell and he got a meal and he ate it and he brought the drink in, and Tarantino was like, okay, that's kind of cool. And like he freaked the actor the fuck out. And he came back like 20 minutes later and got the guy out.
Nice.
And yeah, just the way that scene works, accompanied with the music and him dancing and singing along, is just so great. Like with any other song, I guess it would work with a lot of songs. There were so many other songs it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It's orchestrated around that
and
song.
it's like choreographed. Like it's
He
fucking
walks
perfect.
out.
He like walks up. No, well he's bending down. It's like that. Like if you watch people who do, because I was thinking about this at the time when we watched it. When you watch people who do like interpretive dance and shit like that, he's bending down and then he slowly gets up as the music starts and he starts walking over and then he walks backwards and he starts walking forwards. Like he does his little jig and like it's all choreographed and it's fucking perfect.
Yeah, it's not overdone too. Like if you got to dance to the song, you know, if you get, you're fucking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just perfect. An amazing scene. Every time it comes on the radio, I'm like, this is I can't think of it without thinking of cutting a police officer's ear off.
And burning him alive.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling something ain't right.
What do you think about the idea of the Benny Gesserit television show?
Wait, what?
I put a link up on the chat with you and Steve. So Denis Villeneuve is making half of the first Dune movie.
Right.
And the second half is kind of hinged on the success of the first half.
Okay.
Which, you know, probably isn't going to pan out because no one
Oh,
will
well,
go to see
hang
it.
on a second. Right. So they're going to make the first half of the first book?
Yeah, so they're making Dune into 2 movies.
So what they're going to do up to where?
I guess when the Harkonnens first came in and Duke Leto gets his tooth out and he poisons them.
Yeah, okay.
And Paul and Jessica first go into the desert. You cut there and then you cut back.
That's not very far in.
That you could make. No, there's 2 hours.
You reckon?
Easy. I think you could make the first Dune book into like a 10-hour TV series.
Oh, well, fucking... Don't they want to make it a 13-hour film?
Lynch did.
Yeah.
And he just ran over budget and ran over time, and they're like, we're taking this back from you. And then they re-edited it.
No, wasn't there one before that with Pink Floyd?
Oh, yeah, whoever that guy was.
Yeah.
We watched the doco, but it was just a wank.
Yeah.
This guy was the greatest film director of all time. This
He
would have
probably
been-
wasn't, but it would have been an amazing film to watch.
Well, that's what the documentary kept on telling me for
Yeah.
fucking 2 hours. I mean, Pink Floyd and H.R. Giger and stuff had a lot of good shit attached. But yeah, they've announced now that they're making a Benny Gesserit television series.
What does that entail?
Well, it's
Is
not.
that like based off the prequels?
No, it's not based off of any of the books. Apparently, it's set like
It's like an
during
original.
Dune. So Warner Brothers are like they're like doing a Dune thing now,
Okay.
which is. Oh, I mean, I've been listening to the book.
I mean, that's probably better than that's probably better than them trying to adapt the film. Adapt the book, I guess.
Well, they're doing the books as movies, and they're doing this Benny Gesserit television show.
A Benny Gesserit television show.
Yeah.
That sounds like because the Benny Gesserit are borderline villains.
I mean, yeah, they're like prescient, psychopath, controlling like monsters.
Yeah, like they're literally forcing women to breed.
No, their breeding program.
Yeah,
is like,
yeah.
yeah, psychopathic.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
they
I don't
do.
know. I don't know how they're gonna make that sounds like
And
a feminist hellscape.
no, fuck them. There's no women in Reservoir Dogs to say any lines.
No, there wasn't.
And thank God for it, because I'm sick of them. Ruining every piece of media.
It's absolutely not a politically correct film.
No. There's a scene where they say the N-word, right? Where Mr. Blonde and Mr. White are having an argument. Steve Buscemi's like, acting like a bunch of N-words. You know, we ever do a job with the N-words, and I can't say that. Okay, I'll get in trouble.
You won't be able to.
And I never have.
Tarantino says it.
Yeah, he does say it in front of Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, well, Samuel L. Jackson said that Tarantino cannot be racist. Like, it's not possible for Tarantino to be racist. That was Samuel
Well,
Jackson's...
he likes black culture.
Yeah, no, like his...
And that's reflected in his movies.
Yeah.
Like, he enjoys African American culture. And he features that in his films. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson is the star that he is because of Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
And Jackie Brown. They talk about Pam Grier in this film when they're talking about that television show. The actress they're talking about is the actress that plays Jackie Brown in Jackie Brown. And she was like a nobody, like her star had fallen. He's like, you should be in this movie. She's like, what the fuck? So anyway, the Benny Gesserit. Yeah, I mean, I've been listening.
It'll be a weird show.
It will be. I've been listening to audiobooks and they're amazing, and all I can think is I want all the books to be a television series, like Game of Thrones style.
Yeah.
It won't work as well as a movie, I think. I think two movies per book could work.
Yeah, they've got to split up the first Dune book. You can't do that in one movie.
You can't do it in 2 hours. We've seen Lynch's thing and it didn't work.
It's a fucking mess.
Yeah, Paul and Jessica get into the desert and then it's like a compilation.
Yeah.
Like, no, not a compilation, no, like a
montage.
montage.
Yeah.
Of like Paul becoming the fucking
Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah, it's like that is the essence of the book.
Yeah,
The essence of the book.
You've just
a montage.
Yeah.
My dear. You fucked it. So I look forward to that, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. That's got me a little bit.
Denny Villeneuve is directing the first
I'm gonna say
episode.
Danny DeVito then.
Danny DeVito is starring as Paul Atreides.
That would be great.
Harkonnen maybe.
Yeah.
What's his name? No, no.
No, it's not big enough.
No.
He's supposed to be like 300 pounds or some shit. Like, he's supposed to be gigantic.
Well, they've got Floki's dad,
Vladimir
Harkonnen, with like the gravity suspensors holding up his weight. They've gotten the Floki, not the character, but the actor's dad. He was in Avengers. They've gotten him to play.
Oh yeah, I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, I guess they're gonna put
He was
like
like the physicist guy from
Thor.
Thor. That was amazing.
So they're gonna obviously put like a fat suit on him or something.
That guy does not look like Floki's dad, eh?
No, but he is.
That's weird.
Floki has like 5 brothers that are all famous, like
Yeah,
Scandinavian
I
actors.
know. It's weird.
It is weird.
Floki's like an old bald man with a big beard.
Yeah, he's in shape.
Yeah, no, that guy's fucking ripped.
Yeah,
That scene where he's tied up in a fucking cage.
Yeah, like,
it's
oh,
fucking
jeez.
holy shit.
Yeah. One of my favourite scenes in this film is and Mr. Orange is going over the script to tell the criminals.
Because it's like an actor pretending to be an actor, pretending to be someone else.
Yeah, Tarantino's so wrapped up in films that all his films are like referencing films. Like, you gotta be Marlon Brando in this, that's how good an actor. But yeah, they show him like learning the script at first, then acting the script, then actually performing to the guys, then it cuts into actually showing the event that never happened.
I was having flashbacks during that scene.
Of what?
Of being pulled over by the cops and having my bag searched, and I had paraphernalia in it.
Jasper, you don't have paraphernalia on you.
Well, I did it. It was in like the front pocket of the bag.
Yeah.
And yeah, they didn't find it. They were like, "Oh, can we search your bag?" Because I was
Yeah.
riding on a push bike.
Yeah.
And yeah, oh hey, go, you can have a look in the bag. And yeah, open the bag up for him. Oh yeah, that's fine. Just had a straight face, look him in the eye, and not react.
I've never actually been searched by cops while I was carrying it.
Yeah.
I've been high while they've been interacting with me, or been on a train, or like somewhere like corporate and
Yeah.
scary, but managed to avoid that.
I didn't have anything on me, but I had paraphernalia.
Okay, that was your friends that you were holding.
No. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, no,
Because,
definitely. I found it and I didn't know what it was, and I found out later that it was paraphernalia.
because
Yeah.
this movie does need a woman's voice in it, and doing drugs is wrong.
Yes.
But I love how the story. I'm just doing one shot. Go fuck yourselves. I got
This
this pulp.
stuff is fucking vile.
I got this Pulp Fiction cup. But then I put it in the dishwasher and the speech came off. No.
Fucking terrible.
I love, like, he's telling a story and the story didn't actually happen as a story, but then it actually starts showing the story that never happened. And that hand dryer sequence is
Yeah, it sounds like a jet engine. Yeah.
and it cuts to the dog and the slow-mo and panning. It's like almost Lynchian. I've showed you all the Sergio Leone Man with No Names movies, the $3 trilogy. Fistful of dollars for a few dollars more on The Good, Bad and the Ugly. Who, you're shaking your head. How dare you, sir? It's a lot less physical fighting than my last review without
And the winner, and still the champion!
I was like, I'll film a review of the 4-year-old. Didn't work.
What did I say? Don't work with kids or animals?
Kids that are animals.
No, but she's cute.
She is cute, but I feel like I've kind of molded her into like this vicious attack beast.
Yeah. I mean, you got yourself to blame for that.
I know. What am I gonna do now? It's only towards me. She doesn't beat
Girls it
up.
out of her.
Beat the aggression out of her. She doesn't beat up others. She knows it's just like me specifically.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Tarantino has stated Sergio Leone's his greatest creative influence several times, and this movie ends with the Mexican standoff.
Yeah.
Just like the end of The Good, Bad and the Ugly. The Good, Bad and the Ugly is this big, massive, epic fucking wide angles of the cemetery
Oh.
with Ennio Morricone's Ecstasy of Gold. This builds and builds and just cutting between
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood and the little guy, and we were fucking starved. We were nuts. Alright, I showed you and Steve that at Steve's house.
That
And
was,
it's
that
like
was something else.
it's like a 3-hour.
That was something fucking else.
This is why I'm friends with you guys, right? Because if you put on like a 3-hour movie from the 70s, which is what I normally would consider boring, at most social situations, I'd be like, this is boring, turn this off.
Yeah.
But you guys were like, this is gold. And I'm like, you're fucking right. The Good, Bad and the
That was
Ugly, man.
amazing.
The Good, Bad and the Ugly is one of the greatest films of all
Yeah,
time.
no, that was something else.
So the ending sequence of this, the Mexican standoff, it mirrors that, except instead of grand, key, and epic, it's like shot in a warehouse for like $90,000.
Yeah.
You lost your fucking mind.
Joe, you're making a terrible mistake I'm not gonna let you make.
Come on, guys. Nobody wants this. We're supposed to be fucking professionals.
Hey, look.
You get the shoot off, and Steve Buscemi, he gets out, but he gets shot. You can hear the dialogue.
Yes, you can hear it in the background.
Yeah, and then they all die.
Everyone dies.
It's like a Romeo and Juliet film.
So I taught William this. I taught him.
Who's your son?
He is my son. It's only a good movie if someone dies. So now you say to him, was it a good movie? He's like, yeah, someone died at the end.
That's brilliant. I'm not at the point yet where I'm trying to get Ella, my daughter, into film.
Yeah.
But there will come a time. How old was William when you started it? I guess he's a boy
He's
too.
9 now. I gotta sit him down for Alien.
Mm.
That's gonna scare the fucking shit out of it.
I've seen Alien way too late in the game.
Yeah, no, you gotta get him early.
Yeah, it didn't have. I mean, I knew it was amazing.
It's gotta give him
But it did
PTSD.
it didn't frighten me, unfortunately. I think I actually saw, and this is so sad, I saw Alien vs Predator before I even saw Alien. I know.
Fuck.
I've seen a lot of good movies early on.
Yeah.
Actually. Star Wars, Raiders. See this jacket? See this jacket? It's got the plates at the back for fighting Nazis. Pretty cool, right? It's from the movie, yeah?
Terrible.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is amazing.
You need the hat.
You can't wear the jacket and the hat, it doesn't work. I've told you this. So the ending of the movie, it mirrors the good, bad, and the ugly, although lower scale because it's an independent film financed by Harvey Weinstein.
And there's not a woman in sight.
So obviously, in conclusion, this is an amazing film.
Fucking fantastic.
One of the greatest films of all time, in my opinion. Which obviously isn't objective, it's completely subjective, but I don't care. I love it. I love Tarantino, who'll go down in history as one of the greatest film directors of all time.
Yeah.
He will!
Yeah.
He will. It'll be like Scorsese, Kubrick, Tarantino. Alright. Alright, thank you for watching. I'm sure you've all stuck around this long. Really bad if you like, subscribe, and in the comments tell us how we got all the facts wrong and how our opinion is null and void. Thank you and good night. And what was our sponsor? Roland's Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey. Please go to your local stores.
BWS.
Well, my fan base is Americans. So.
Yeah, well, I'm not like giving them fucking Americanized
Lingo. Oh, that's not even American. That's an Australianized term. Vernacular.
Vernacular.
Yeah.
What is it? Colloquialisms.
Yeah. Lingo means vernacular or colloquialism.